Hello and welcome. I'm the Theory Detective. In these lessons we'll uncover the mystery of music theory. Now we have two words that we like to throw around in music a lot. Major and minor. Major is the most common kind of sound. Minor is probably a fast second. Major is built up of the whole step pattern. Minor is made up of a whole step, half step pattern. We'll deal with major first and then we'll tackle minor. Major. If you start right here, here's the piano keyboard. You start right here at the C, and then you go up to the D. That is a whole step, because there's a note in between, either the C sharp or the D flat. It has a note in between, a raised note. From D to E, same thing, because it has a note in between. This sound, this third, from the C to the E, or the pattern from C to D and D to E, makes up a major sound. A major will always sound pleasant, happy, joyous, positive. It sounds kind of like jelly beans. The minor is contrasted, though. The minor, let's say from A here, and here's B, and here's C. From A to B is a whole step. But from B to C is not a whole step. That's a half step, because there's no note in between. So this is a bit different sound. Whole step and half step. The half step is smaller. So listen to it. It's still the same interval, the interval of a third, but the whole step, half step means that it's a little bit smaller sounding than the whole step pattern, or this interval of a third. Let's compare again. Here's our F, our G, our A. F and G have a note in between. G and A has a note in between. So this is a whole step pattern. So this becomes major. Whoops. This becomes major. Contrast that down here. This is an E, F, G. This is a half step, and this is a whole step. Now I reversed them. This isn't quite right for each note, but if you forget about this note in between and just think of the interval of a third, this is a minor sound. Listen to it. E to G, A to C. Let's do like this. This is minor. And one more. Let's go D up to F. D to E is a whole step, and E to F is a half step. So D to E, and then F. These are all minor patterns. Remember, for the minor pattern, you want a whole step, then a half step. For major pattern, you want a whole step, then a whole step. Let's take a look at one more major pattern. F to A. F to G is a whole step. G to A, another whole step. So F to A. Oh wait, I already got that. Let's do G to B. G to A is a whole step, and A to B is a whole step. So there's our other major. Major is a whole step pattern. Minor is a whole step, half step pattern. So you have a little bit smaller interval. You can forget about this one down here. It sounds minor, that it's minor, but the pattern ended up being opposite. So, when you're taking out your flashcards, take 2 blank ones. On one, put major, built on a whole step pattern, and the other, minor, built on a whole step, half step pattern, so a little bit smaller. Practice these as much as you can, and also if you have your intervals, if you have your instrument with you, go ahead and play them on your instrument so you can hear exactly what they sound like. It can be sometimes a little bit difficult to think of something if we don't actually have the sound in our ear. So play it as much as you can as well. Add them to your practice pile, and as always, have a great day.